Manufacturers all over the world have found different ways to reduce carbon emission, most especially car manufacturers. So nowadays you get to see engines with turbochargers, you get to see hybrid engines or even fully electric cars. This means that the big dogs like the W16, the V12s, the V10s and the V8s are going into extinction. Does this mean that this beautiful baby behind me is the last of its kind? So guys, this is the 2018 Lexus LS500 luxury coupe. Yeah, there's a whole lot of argument on the internet. People say it's a supercar, but it actually is a luxury coupe. This was born out of the SC series. It was launched in 2017 and released in the year 2018. This is the first of its kind right here in Abuja, Nigeria. Over here in front, of course, you can see the attention to detail that was paid on this car. Now you have the daylight running lamps, which actually runs into the headlamps, which presents us with triple beam headlamps, LED lights. Then we have our trafficator lights that run all the way down there, and our vent here for air into the tires while the car moves. Then we have over here, you know that thing they say about Lexus grills on cars? I feel like this is the best. Actually, this is one car that it looks the best on. Give me any other Lexus car that beats this in the comment section. Moving over to the side, this is the part that actually excites me the most. We have 20-inch alloy rims right over here. Of course, moving on to the door handles, we don't have the regular pull-up mechanism or pull-out mechanism. No, you have this notch which you press, opens up, and then you pull the car open. Right over there. And now to the back. This is my favorite part of this car. This back is fine. Take a look at the rear view of this car. It is so fine. Now try to imagine this. Imagine someone trying to put a wide body on a car that is already wide-bodied, because this is wide-bodied. This is what you call a typical curvy girl that is just hot. Hot! Now over here, of course, we have our Lexus LC500, our trafficator lamp, and my best part, the LED tail lights that run inside here in L shape and has a mirror so it reflects inside. That is the coolest thing I have seen on any car at all I have seen this year. Right now, I am inside the Lexus LC500 and I am in awe of what I'm seeing. First of all, this car has the exterior in black and the interior is beautiful. I mean, you have soft to touch gray on maroon leather, and you have Alcantara on the door. You have leather stitching, leather everywhere. Everything in this car just reminds me of premium material, like big time premium material. So I'm just going to start from here, then come all the way to my side. So over here on the passenger seat, of course, you have 3 AC vents with 2 facing the ceiling and 1 over there. So whoever is sitting here, you are going to be chilled to your bone. And of course, across the dash, we still have our Lexus clock, which I'm beginning to think is classic. I actually like it. I don't want them to take it off. I don't want them to go digital. I love the analog clock. Then of course you have like your warnings. Then you have the 8.3-inch infotainment screen, which is compatible with Bluetooth and navigation system. But this is the 2018. The 2019, of course, is upgraded, and that one has the Apple CarPlay and the Amazon Alexa features. Moving right on to this, the center console. Of course, we have our gear here, our gear knob, we have our infotainment system knob. Then you know that finicky infotainment system knob people complain about on the Lexus? They actually changed it this time. So now we have this thing that's like a mouse. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, so it just helps you change through different options. It's like a mouse, and when you want to choose, you just tap on it, and that's pretty much it. So right here on the door, of course, we have our door like covered in leather and then in Alcantara that is found to be in maroon color. Then we have our door latch, which is very durable, very nice to touch. Then of course we have our grab handle over here, and on the passenger side we have double grab handles, just in case whoever is driving like a hoonigan. You get. Then of course we have our door controls, our memory seats, our 10-way power controlled seats that are actually heated and ventilated, which is actually super cool. Then of course on the gauge cluster here, just by the side, we have this knob which Lexus always keeps right there at the side. It's unique to Lexus, which actually allows us to change between our normal driving modes and our sports. So we have like 4 different driving modes. We have Eco, Comfort, Sports, and Sport Plus. Yeah. You know guys, this is usually my best part when it comes to my car reviews. Again.
12 seconds later.
What's beneath the hood?
1 hour later.
Yeah. Guys, what we have here is a 5.0 liter naturally aspirated V8. Now this is mated to a whooping 10-speed automatic transmission, which puts out about 471 horsepower and about 400 pound-feet of torque, or 500 newton meters of torque, depending on what you use. This engine sends all of that power to the rear wheels. So this car is rear wheel driven, and you would not believe this, but it goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. Most importantly, the best part, this car weighs 4,300 pounds. It is heavy, really heavy. Okay, I need to say something about it though. I think we're lucky to have this. Usually the LS comes in 2 trims, the LC rather comes in 2 trims. We have the 500 and the 500H. The 500H usually is the hybrid, which comes with a V6 and 2 electric motors that power the car. So if this weighs 4,300 pounds, you can imagine how much more that would weigh. Think about it. Think about it. There are so many features about this car that actually get me excited. So apart from seeing all the Lux materials that was actually used to build the interior of this car, it comes with a whole lot of features. Now I'm talking to you about something like, okay, this one comes standard with most cars these days. Of course, you have the keyless entry and you have the keyless ignition. Of course. Then this has a very unique door unlocking feature. Inside, when you lock the door, you don't have that latch or lever that you have to pull up or down. No, a green light just shows and it indicates that the door is locked. Super cool. Then of course, this car also comes with the Lexus safety feature, which comes standard with all LC500s and LC500Hs. Now, this package actually comes with the forward collision warning. Of course, you have emergency braking, automatic emergency braking, and the rest of them. Now, there are optional features that actually also come with this car, and they include heads-up display, which this car has, a carbon fiber roof, which this car doesn't have, rear cross alerts, front and rear parking sensors, and a whole lot of other stuff that actually make this car really cool and really fun to drive. Now when it comes to the things about this car that I do not particularly like, well, of course you knew this was coming, so this car is no exception. Now this car comes as a 4-seater. I don't know if you were able to see the rear seats, but personally I feel like they should have just left it to be a 2-seater car, because that place is cramped. And if I end up buying this car, I'll end up throwing maybe my work bag or stuff like that just at the back there, because I'm not going to put you inside there because you can't even fit anyway. Now the trunk space of this car is also super small. Like, it is extremely small. Like, nothing has to even think of going in there kind of small. Another thing I don't like, of course this is a V8 engine, so if you can afford this car, well, it's not something I necessarily don't like. If you can afford it, fuel economy is not your problem. But if you can afford the car, but you can't afford to maintain it, then I don't think you should be buying this car, because fuel economy is going to be your problem. 17 miles per gallon is not a joke, especially in a country like Nigeria. Off limits. Off limits. The last thing I'll talk about is the infotainment control system. A lot of people happen to have different opinions. There's a lot of controversies. For me, I won't say I like it. I won't say I don't like it. I'm just indifferent. What do you think? Do you think that infotainment system control actually works, or do you just want to scratch it? So apart from coming with so many expensive interior materials that actually make this car comfortable, it does come with a whole lot of other stuff. Now, like I said earlier, this car has so many safety and driver assistance features that will actually help you make driving this car very fun. The V8 in this car is so powerful that you'd almost mistake it to be a supercar. Yeah. Now, one thing I totally love about this car is the fact that it has okay, before I say it, let me just give you a bit of, So now this car comes with adaptive suspensions, which comes with shock absorbers, meaning that you can soften or stiffen the ride, which also means that the handling on this car is the maddest that you'd ever come across for a car or with a car within this price range. That is actually super crazy. Now you're missing out if you do not already think of yourself getting this car, because it's actually a very mad car. Yeah, I just had to say that. Now, most importantly, when it comes to this car, it has a very powerful V8 engine, no doubt. It gives you the best ride quality and all of that, no doubt. But there's something people tend to forget. This car is a Lexus, meaning it was built by Toyota Corporation. Give me one car that Toyota has ever built that has low reliability rating. Tell me that in my comment section. I'm waiting for you right now, because you see this car here, the reliability rating on this car is high. It is so reliable. Oh dear. And that just gives me like a lot of excitement about this car. So now I'm going to ask you one simple question. Are you going to get this car or not? Yes or yes? Honestly, because that's the only thing you can say to me right now. Now, if you want to get this car, it's simple. All you need to do is check my description. I'm going to be dropping links to the following accounts. You need to follow and text Abuja Car on Instagram, Consult Capital on Instagram, and Abana Card on Instagram. I'm going to be dropping the links to their accounts in my description box over there, so you can just go check them out and ask them any question it is you want to ask. The car is here for you to take. If you don't take it, I'll come back, I'll take it, and it will be mine forever and ever, no matter what you do. So guys, thank you for watching. It's Ride with me here again. Thank you so much. Just like the usual, don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't. Follow me on my social media platforms. Like this video and share. Don't forget that part, share.